White to play and win. This position is taken from a blitz game. Etienne Bacrot from France playing white. Novendra Priasmoro playing black. Now, white is in a spot of trouble. This rook has just come down to c1. And you can see, difficult to defend that one. The black rook, of course, supported by the pawn on d2. Let me show you what Bacrot played. I'm afraid it wasn't successful. He checked with the knight. King came back. He checked with the rook. Bishop f8. And now the sensible moves have run out for white. You can try queen takes h6, which at first glance looks incredibly dangerous. Threatening two different mates. But actually, black takes the rook. Check. Then checks with the queen, and then defends both mates, queen g7, and black is going to make a new queen very shortly. In the game, Bacrot tried rook takes bishop, queen check. Now, this is still hanging over white's head, the situation with the rook on d1, and black's king simply ran across the other side of the board and eventually found safety on a7. And a couple of moves later, Bacrot with white had to resign. Okay, let's come back to the start. In fact, white is winning this position. If you think back to last week's puzzle, that might give you a little clue. White plays king h2. Now, this is impossible to see in a blitz game, but it's a very remarkable and notable finish. So this allows black to take the rook. So why has white done this? Well, there's a difference now, because after knight g5 check, if king g8, now that rook on c1 was covering the c4 square, but now white can sweep across with the queen, and that is a fatal check. Obviously, if king f8, queen f7 is mate, and king h8, this leads to mate very quickly. And, for example, queen f7. So that's the point of this one, king h2. Okay, what happens if black doesn't take the rook? What about, let's say, bishop c8? So the queen covers g5, stopping knight g5 check. Well, there's actually a couple of ways to win. I think f4 is the clearest, which reinstates the threat of knight g5. If rook takes rook, let's just see what happens. Knight g5 check. King g8. Now, you can't play queen c4 check, the pawn blocks. However, in this case, rook check, queen h6, this is winning, because you can see there's no check here. That pawn had a double function. So in fact, there's no defense against these checkmates. So there we go. King h2. That is the brilliant way for white to win the position.